What's good, YouTube? Yo, I'm sorry for this ridiculous ass angle. Obviously, I'm like half in the sun right now because it's so ridiculously bright outside. And there's not really any better place for me to film my video. Like, I don't have a tripod for my VITA. You see what I'm saying? So, this one's going to be a short one. I'm just going to finish this and talk about what I've been going through and just like different factors of life. But the main thing I wanted to talk to was like the whole idea of like getting older and having hold on, it was like some crazy ass bug. I had to get him up out of here real quick. So I just want to talk about the whole idea of like getting older and like talking to your friends less and things like this, because a customer of my job, and I work at a hardware store, by the way, if you didn't know that from watching my other videos. I made some videos on my job in the parking lot before, so I have talked about it. But his customer was like, yeah, back in the day, like 50 years ago, you would see your friends during high school and after school, and you would go to each other's house to ask if y'all wanted to hang out and shit like that. And basically saying that he wouldn't see his friends for 3 years and it would be no problem. Like, they would still be cool and consider each other their friends. But now you don't talk to someone for 2 months and you're wondering if they fuck with you or not. And well, I don't really know how to put it, but people now, I feel like, are quicker to take, like, they might be able to take that little bit of distance and just never talk to you again. But if you see them in person, it's gonna be friendly. Like, you see what I'm saying? Well, this has something else to do, because I've been dealing with like some friends going like completely quiet. But like, I've honestly been there myself, and I've also went quiet on people, so I totally understand. Like, when you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it, but you're not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, being like, oh, you do this or you do that. So kind of just like to spare them, you kind of just like go ghost. Like, I've definitely done it like once or twice before. Because whenever I do try to bring shit up, like, the convo just never works. Like, especially when people are manipulative, the convo never goes the way you want it to go. So sometimes you just gotta go clean. You just gotta cut them off, bruh. And so I just got cut off, twin. and you don't gotta be a bad person to get cut off. Like, sometimes, bro, like, just the way that you act and the way that you talk, and one day somebody loves it and the next 6 months it starts to rub them the wrong way. People start to develop their own worldviews, and they're a little less understanding of other people's. You know, that's why you always see like old people arguing over politics, especially like in the middle ass politics. But yeah, I know this video like super rambly. Basically, you gotta not care if somebody cuts you off. Like, I know that sounds impossible, but if it's like when you talking to a girl, or I guess if you talking to a guy, right? For, you know, whoever. If you talking to a girl, right, and you clearly sending paragraphs and she's sending 2-word responses, 6-word responses, right? And then you text her over the course of a couple of days, so she doesn't hit you back at all. It's like, you gotta know to just pack it up. Like, you gotta pack it up, coach. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be healthier and a stronger person in the end, reflecting on that. Like, that uncertainty is going to shape you into a man. You know what I'm saying? Which I know that sounds crazy, because it's nothing but anxiety and uncertainty and unknowing, but that's life, bro. Like, just to go back to what I was saying, like 50 years ago, let's say your girl lives on the other side of town, right? You gotta take a horse ride there, but to rent the horse, that shit's like 6 shillings. And you only got 4 shillings until you get paid next week, and you got 2 shillings. So you're not able to talk to old girl for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, but because we have, and then nothing would have changed. Like, for them in those 2 weeks, they would have just been sitting there waiting. But for us, you go 2 weeks without talking to someone. I mean, unless it's like really your best, like, close friend, or someone you like, unless y'all have like a reason to be friends, like your coworkers or something like that, like, you probably about to lose the friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people don't go. I say 2 weeks is a little short, because we getting older. Let's say 2 months. Let's say you go 2 months without even talking to someone, liking their pic on Instagram. You don't know nothing about what they got going on, and then you try to hit them up a couple times and they not really answering or responding to it. Like, you gotta just know when to take a step back. Like, one thing that I have a problem with is, like, I have a hard time letting it go. So I'll often like be like, hey, call me, text me, hey, what's wrong? Like, let me know what's going. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say it, but that just never got me anywhere. Like it never made me feel better because it only felt worse for them to not respond to that. And oh, I'm blinding y'all right here with my chains. Hold on, my shit. My your eyes gonna be blinded. So anyway, yeah, man, you just can't care. Like it's much easier said than done, but you have to just get used to it. Cause bro, when motherfuckers start having kids and different things like that, it's not even gonna be intentional. 6 months will go by, and then you're gonna be like, wait, I haven't talked to blank in a couple weeks, and then you go check the calendar, and when you felt like you haven't talked to them in a couple weeks, a couple more weeks is gonna go by, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I forgot to hit blank up. Like, bro, I have this one homegirl, her name's Hannah. She's like 8 years older than me. We used to be closer when I was younger. She just like kind of took me under her wing basically, and I haven't talked to her in like 2 years. Like, I seen her once, but other than that, we haven't talked, right? But she calls me the other day at like 10 o'clock at night twice. I was like, what the fuck? I was just thinking in my head, like, to her, we was just close. Like, we was just, in her perspective, we was probably just cool. So I try to give the leniency. You know what I'm saying? I texted her. I was like, oh shit, are you alright? But even so, I didn't call. I didn't go make my way. I didn't make an effort to reach back out how I could have. So she never hit me back, which, as an adult, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You try to reach out, like, or whatever, and you see the energy isn't what you expected it to be or what you wanted it to be. And not saying that I just deserved to give her all my energy. Like, I could have, you know what I'm saying? But I was just having a personal night. Like, I wasn't answering the phone for nobody. I don't care if fucking Ken Carson called my phone. I'd be like, hey, twin, I'm gonna send beats later. Let me just chill right now. So that's where I'm at right now. Basically just pondering on friendships that I've had and friendships that I used to have. Like, the worst thing is to go ghost on somebody, like, with no warning or anything like that. Like, you got to do it after like an argument, or like you're clearly showing like some discomfort. But to be having like a good convo, and then next week you try to talk and then they just never talk to you again, like, that's lame. You know what I'm saying? You have to give people kind of a heads up. And even if you're not going to directly tell them that you're cutting them off, you have to shift your energy a little bit. And I know that sounds like kind of like manipulative, like you're manipulating your emotions to like try to make it easier for them. And if you already don't fuck with someone, why would you care about their emotions? But I just feel like it's like a respect, like almost like a karma type of thing. Like, I don't really know. I was just on the phone with my boy Deep earlier, and he was saying some shit about that, about how, like, oh, if he went and did some cheating ass shit, that one day it would like come back to bite him or whatever. Like, he's not saying that he did, but we was just like pondering on it because, like, whatever, right? There was like a opportunity presented, and he was like, hell no, I'm not about to do that because I'm trying to have a good life. Like, I'm trying to think about God, and you know what I'm saying? Like, a very respectable answer. And I was just thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to like do someone like weird or like a wrong ass way, because I feel like it's going, and I know it sounds selfish, just like, oh, I'm gonna treat other people good just for the sake of me not getting treated bad in the future. Like, I know that sounds whack, but I don't know, bro. Like, I'm not exactly sure where I wanted to go with that, but I wanted to tie up that whole conversation we were having about like going ghost and not talking, because, bro, I actually have been like cut off by like hella people in the past, and honestly, bro, I don't even care. Like, I would love to like explain these situations to y'all just so you could like learn from them. Because, bro, there's people that I used to talk to every day, like on the phone with 3-4 hours a day. And I'm not even exaggerating. Like, we used to literally be on the phone for 3-4 hours a day. Like, my boy J-Rax, we used to be on the phone every day. I would give him like little tours on FaceTime. Me and my boy Darius used to be on the phone 6-7 hours a day while he was door dashing when I was at work or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoying each other's company, traveling to visit each other and shit. At least that's what I thought, but you know what I'm saying? But on a random Thursday afternoon, motherfuckers just decided to cut me off with no warning and no energy change or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Me and Derza have a disagreement, but it was just that. It was just a disagreement, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing that should be like, oh yeah, I'm never gonna talk to you again or whatever like that. So I tried to think about those situations where I was like really hurt by that, and so when other people do it now, I'm not as really phased because I'm like, oh yeah, I mean that those taught me as a lesson that it really could happen to you at any moment with really anybody that you talk to. Like people do change, or like they feel like they change, you know what I'm saying? Like something might happen on like a Tuesday afternoon, and I don't know why I just saying random day names, but something might happen on a Tuesday afternoon where they're like, yeah, I'm not trying to surround myself with anyone like this, but my boy Han acts exactly like this. There you go. It's time to cut him off, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's how it should be, but I'm saying from outsider perspective, I'm sure a lot of people have that feeling or have acted on that feeling. So yeah, boys, I appreciate you tuning in to the smoke session. I'm just vibing right now, just chilling. I'm not even really trying to think about these ghost ass motherfuckers anymore. So I hope y'all boys have a good rest of your day, and I hope this video brought you some type of like peace. Like if you've been ghosted, and I'm not even really talking about relationships, I'm talking about like friendships, honestly. Go be ghosted in a relationship, like bro, who cares? It's like you wouldn't want to be like have like sacred special moments with someone who wouldn't even want to text you back. You know what I'm saying? You might really have a crush on someone, you might really like them, but if they don't like you back, then you got to get the fuck up out. Like you can't be in love with somebody that don't love you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy to be, but you kind of have to allow yourself. Like you have to like glorify or romanticize them. If you really looked at it for face value and took the accountability from your friends, 9 times out of 10, if somebody ghosted you in a relationship, you'd be like, oh fuck you, we wasn't gonna work out anyway. You know what I'm saying? How often does a good relationship really end? Because a relationship is hard to come by these days, so I feel like most people aren't like throwing it away, and if they is, then fuck, I clearly got no relationship experience. So yeah, boys, it was good talking to y'all, and I'm gonna definitely tap in with you soon.